My cousin vanished in the Appalachian Mountains, but I still hear his voice at night. It's been 2 years since he disappeared. We searched for weeks, but no one ever found a trace. No body, no blood, just his backpack and one boot. The strange thing is, I was with him the night it happened, and I still don't know what took him. But what scares me the most is that sometimes after midnight, I still hear him calling my name. It was a cold September weekend. We were headed to our late grandfather's cabin in the Appalachians, a real old place tucked deep in the woods. No Wi-Fi, no neighbors, just trees and silence. My cousin Tyler and I used to go there every summer as kids, but this time, it felt different. On the drive up, the sky turned dark fast. Storm clouds gathered, and the road leading into the forest looked off. The trees felt closer, the shadows darker. It was like the forest was watching us. The first night was quiet, too quiet. I woke up around 2:30 a.m. because of a sound. It was faint, like a whisper, outside the cabin window. At first, I thought it was wind through the trees, but then I heard it again, clearer this time. A voice, low, soft, repeating something. Tyler. My heart stopped. I turned to look at him. He was fast asleep. I lay there frozen, listening. The whisper came again. Tyler, come outside. I didn't sleep the rest of that night. In the morning, I told Tyler what I heard. He laughed it off. Probably just the wind messing with your head, he said. He always joked like that. But something changed in him that day. He was distracted. He kept glancing at the woods, as if something was pulling at him. Around sunset, he said he wanted to go for a quick walk. I said I'd go too, but he told me no. Just want to clear my head, he said. That was the last time I saw him. He didn't come back that night, or the next morning. By the second day, I called for help. They searched for 3 weeks. Dogs, helicopters, nothing. Just his boot, found near the edge of a stream, and his backpack, halfway up a ridge trail he never used. They said maybe he slipped, hit his head, got lost, but something wasn't right. The night after the search ended, I stayed alone in the cabin. I don't know why. Maybe I hoped he'd come back. Around 3:12 a.m., I woke up. The front door was wide open, even though I locked it. The fire had gone out. It was pitch black, except I heard it again, that voice. But this time, it wasn't calling his name. It was calling mine. Eli, come outside. Same voice, same rhythm, same cold feeling in my chest. I didn't move. I just sat there holding the hunting knife by the bed, staring at the open doorway. It kept calling, over and over, so soft it was almost gentle. Eli. But I knew. That wasn't my cousin. It sounded like him, exactly like him. But there was something wrong with it, like someone trying to wear his voice. And then I saw it, out in the woods. A figure, tall, thin, standing just beyond the tree line. It looked like Tyler, but his arms were too long, and his head was tilted, unnaturally. He raised one hand and waved. I slammed the door shut, pushed the dresser in front of it, sat there in silence till sunrise. When I opened the door the next morning, there were footprints, bare, human-like, but twisted, wrong. They circled the cabin and led back into the woods. I haven't been back since, but sometimes at night, I still hear that whisper. Eli, and I wonder, if I had followed it, would I have found my cousin, or would I have disappeared too? If you ever hear someone calling your name in the woods, don't answer, no matter who it sounds like. We heard screaming from the mountain, but no one else was up there. It was supposed to be a peaceful weekend. 4 of us, a cabin we rented through a friend. No phones, no internet, just nature. But on the second night, We heard someone screaming up in the hills. The thing is, there were no other cabins, no hikers, no one, just us. And the screams, they didn't stop. This happened last year. Me, my girlfriend Mia, her cousin Jordan, and his girlfriend Lexi. We booked a small off-grid cabin in a remote part of the Appalachians, totally isolated, surrounded by thick forest on every side. We arrived Friday afternoon, hiked a little, cooked dinner, played cards. It felt perfect. That night, around 11:45 p.m., we were sitting by the fire pit outside, laughing, drinking, just relaxing. Then, we heard it. A scream, high-pitched, far away, but not that far. It echoed down from the mountains behind the cabin. Sharp, desperate, like someone was being hurt. We all froze. Lexi asked if it could be a fox or maybe a bobcat. Jordan shook his head. He's a hunter. Said that wasn't an animal. It was a woman. Then, another scream. Closer this time. Mia grabbed my arm. I could feel her shaking. We stood there listening for maybe 5 minutes. Then it stopped. Dead quiet. No owls, no bugs. Just silence. We decided to go inside, locked every door and window, tried to laugh it off. Maybe just some hiker messing around, Jordan said. But deep down, we all felt it. Something was wrong out there. Around 3:30 a.m., I woke up. The others were asleep. I thought I heard movement outside. Crunching leaves, slow footsteps. I got up and looked out the back window. Nothing. Then, from the dark tree line, a woman stepped out, barefoot, wearing what looked like a torn white nightgown. She wasn't walking. She was jerking, like her legs weren't working right. Then she looked up. I couldn't see her face clearly. I ducked down, heart pounding. I waited there, frozen, for what felt like forever. Then I heard it. "Help me!" A whisper. Right outside the wall, not yelling, not crying, just soft and wrong. Like someone pretending to sound human straight toward me. I crawled to Jordan and woke him up. Told him what I saw. He grabbed his flashlight and a rifle from his bag. We checked outside. No woman. But there were bare footprints in the dirt, leading from the woods to the back of the cabin, and they just stopped. No turn, no trail. Just ended, right at the back window. The next day we packed up and left. Didn't even stay the full weekend. We didn't talk much on the way home. Everyone just stared out the windows. A few days later, Jordan called me. He said he did some digging online, asked around about that area. He found a post in an old forum. Back in 1998, a woman went missing in those woods, vanished during a solo camping trip. Locals say her screams can still be heard on cold nights. And if you see her, she asks for help. But if you follow her, you never come back. So if you ever hear screaming from deep in the mountains, don't go looking. It might not be someone who needs saving. It might be something that's already dead and wants you next. We found a trail that wasn't on any map, and we should have never followed it. I'm not exaggerating when I say this. That trail wasn't there the day before. We'd hiked that area for 3 days. We knew every path, every turn. But on the 4th morning, there was a narrow, fresh trail leading into the woods. My friend Nate wanted to explore it, and I made the worst mistake of my life. I said yes. This happened in 2022. I was with 2 friends, Nate and Chris. We took a week-long backpacking trip through a lesser-known part of the Appalachian Mountains. Beautiful terrain, but isolated. We barely saw another soul the whole time. By day 3, we'd gone off-grid. No cell signal. No trails except the ones we made. That night, everything was normal. Campfire, food, stories. The next morning, that's when we saw it. Just beyond our tent, maybe 30 feet out, was a path. A thin dirt trail winding between the trees. It looked fresh. No overgrowth, no branches, like someone or something had just carved it out. But the weirdest thing? None of us saw it yesterday, and we'd walked right through that exact spot. Chris didn't like it. said it gave him a bad feeling. But Nate, he was curious, said maybe it led to a hidden waterfall or an old hunting cabin. And I stupidly agreed. So we grabbed our packs and followed it. The first 10 minutes were uneventful, then 20, then an hour, and something started to feel off. The air got still, dead quiet, no wind, no birds, just silence. Then we noticed the trees. They looked different, darker bark, twisted, some of them bent toward the path, like they were leaning in. I remember Nate saying, "It feels like we're being funneled. We should have turned around. We tried to, but the trail behind us was gone. I swear to you, it just disappeared. Only thick trees and brush where the path used to be. We were stuck. We tried pushing through the woods off trail, but it was like something didn't want us to leave. Branches pulled at our clothes. Roots seemed to trip us constantly. Chris started panicking. He swore he saw someone behind a tree. I didn't see it at first, but then we all heard it, a cough, from just a few feet into the trees. We spun around, flashlights out, nothing. Then, slowly, a figure stepped out. Not an animal, not a person. It looked human, but wrong. Its eyes were too wide. Its arms hung too low, and it didn't walk. It kind of twitched forward. It opened its mouth, and out came Chris's voice. "Guys, it's me, I'm just lost." But Chris was standing right beside me. We ran. Didn't even think. Just ran. Branches slashed at our faces. We didn't care. Eventually, we hit a clearing, collapsed, caught our breath, and behind us, the trail was gone. No sign of it. Just regular forest again. We made it back to camp just before dark. Packed up and left the mountain that night. We never spoke of it again. But Nate, he didn't come home the same. Stopped sleeping. Stopped talking much. Said sometimes he still sees that thing. Standing at the edge of the woods behind his house. Watching. Waiting. If you ever find a trail that's not on the map, don't follow it. Some paths weren't made for us.